Leus. How was the wicket out there today, and how's your performance? Felt a little bit stop-start with all the reviews and everything else, but how did it go today?
Yeah, it was a little bit out to scout at a stage there with all the reviews, but luckily we had a chance to see how the wicket played yesterday, that exact wicket, and that gave us a massive advantage today.
There's a couple of top order collapses. It's almost becoming a bit of a trend, and you have to see a couple of people really bat well in the middle order. Going into now the playoff stuff, what is the sort of the measure to try and provide that sort of platform? Because we've seen when there is a good platform at the beginning, you guys have gone really big, but sometimes struggle with that start.
Yeah, I think it's sort of been a trend in the whole tournament, just not just for us as the Super Kings. But I think I mentioned at the previous press conference here a while back that we just got to try and assess the conditions as quick as possible and go from there. I think once you start worrying too much about like losing a wicket, you don't actually play the conditions. And I thought we did that really well today compared to yesterday, where we lost wickets in clumps. And I thought we learned very well from yesterday.
Yes. My question is around the turnaround. Obviously, you haven't lost the game in 4. Obviously, the no result wasn't helpful. But what was the result of the turnaround? Because it looks like you guys are getting a lot of momentum going into the semi-finals.
Yeah, and they always speak about it, right? Like peaking at the right time. And I feel like we are doing that, and I still think that there is a perfect match as such out there for us. So hopefully that'll be in the final. But yeah, for now we'll just focus on the semi-final, and the turnaround's been quite prevalent as such, and we can only go upwards from here.
No, you don't have anyone else?
What's the mood and the camaraderie within the team so far?
Fantastic. I can't say any bad words about the culture. We've really gelled well as a unit, and that's just thanks to Flem and strong characters like Faf. That's really helped us. At the start of the tournament, they sort of laid, what it is to play for the Super Kings as the franchise, and I thought they've integrated it lovely with the Joburg side.
Sorry, just to follow up on your answer, you said the senior players really helped you guys move on in the tournament, especially after the rough starts that you guys have. How much impact do you feel that the senior players actually had on the squad overall?
Well, absolutely, like a massive impact, and you can say that about any sport, and especially in this tournament, that's what gets you through to the finals. It's those strong characters, standing up and taking ownership, which they are doing. And they allowing us as younger, more inexperienced players to really, show what we got to offer.
Yes, going into the playoffs, how much stock are you putting into the analytics of your possible opponents coming up? Are you satisfied with the research you've done already? Are you still looking into the guys? Or is it just a case of you've done your research, you've done your work, play your natural game?
Yeah, well, luckily we had the opportunity to play against the teams twice, all of them. So we've pretty much done a lot of analytics on it, but there'll always be, maybe a thing we'll add here or a thing we'll take away here. But all in all, we'll just focus on our game and play the conditions and assess it from there.
We have space for one more if there's any.
I'll take one more. So personally, on your batting, how's this tournament been for you? Obviously, you played in the domestic season beforehand. How has this changed? Because it looks like you're playing with a lot more freedom.
Yeah, it's been a massive learning curve for me. Both the domestic, the time I had with the Rocks, where I really struggled, and then coming into a new environment where it's just sort of a fresh start. I really enjoyed playing for the Rocks. It's just one of those things where you had a bad campaign. It just sort of felt never ending. But that's just cricket, eh? That shows you that there's a purple patch around the corner, and I'll make sure that I make the best of it.